Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, the Honorable, my lecturer, Sir Review-Lidya, and the participants, my beloved friends. So, I'm Lydia Ferliana from 3BB class. Today, I would like to review the journal article with the title, Developing English for Tourism Materials Through Stakeholders Needs Analysis. This journal is made by Indah Puspitasari from English Diploma Program, Faculty of Humanities, Jenderal Soedirman University, Indonesia. So this journal is the Journal of English Education. The volume number is 7, the issue number is 1, the page is from 147 to 156, and the publication year is in 2018. So in this presentation, there are a table of contents consists of introduction, method, results and discussion, and the last is conclusion. So for the first one, there is introduction. In introduction, I have 4 points. The first is a current phenomenon is the shift of public consumption. For retailing shopping, now people choose to save their money in banks and use it for vacationing in tourist attraction. So, as mentioned by Compass Daily on November 6, 2017, that there is a shift in customer behavior patterns from shopping to tourism, which is marked by several indicators of household consumption growth in the third quarter of 2017. One of the indicators in question is an increase in public consumption in hotels and restaurants. So the second one is the opinion reinforce data from the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy of Tourism Growth in Indonesia, which tends to increase every year. The growth of tourism and hospitality is also felt in Banyumas Regency. The number of hotels in Banyumas Regency, which was 182 in 2014, currently reaches 232 hotels in 2017. From that data, it is very important for Banyumas Regency to prepare qualified human resources from the tourism sector, and one way is through stakeholders' needs analysis. So the third is universities as one of tourism stakeholder have an important role related to research implementation. Moreover, needs analysis is part of curriculum development or known as curriculum and material development. The material development process is a central element in language teaching programs. The development system can be conceptualized into 3 interrelated processes. First, the planning process includes analyzing the needs of learners, institutional expectations, and research availability, and defining learning objective, and translating needs and objective into materials and learning activities. The second, the learning process includes using teaching materials and conducting teaching and learning activities in the classroom. And the third or the last is the evaluation process is an assessment the progress of learners toward the achievement of goals. And the last is there are several studies on the needs analysis of English for specific purpose, namely Trang 2015, Amelie 2015, and Jenderal 2018. In Trang, studies found that the most important need among English language skill of tourism employees is speaking, then followed by listening, writing, and reading. Although the needs analysis of English for a specific purpose has been widely done as far as the author's observations, Banyumas tourism stakeholders need analysis has never been done. Therefore, this study tries to explain stakeholders' overview of skills needed, topic needed, and difficulties encountered. So next, we have a method. So here I have 3 methods that I put in my presentation. First, the study was a qualitative case study. According to Mariam Incohen, there are 3 types of case study, namely descriptive, interpretative, and evaluative. The writer used the descriptive method to describe the skill needed, topic needed, and difficulties encouraged. The participants were the tourism stakeholders of Banyumas Regency, including the Youth, Sports, Culture, and Tourism Office of Banyumas Regency, hotels, and tour agency. The author took a sample of 20% of the star hotels population. The sample taken were 4-star hotels in Banyumas. Meanwhile, the total number of Banyumas tour agency, according to the Association of Tourism Banyumas, was 31 agencies. The author took 20% as sample. The second, this study applied two methods of collecting data. There are questionnaire and library study. So, the questionnaires are instruments used to obtain information from respondents, while the library study was used to collect relevant theories to make research instruments in the form of questionnaires and used to analyze the needs. So, the method of data analysis in this qualitative study is descriptive method. Descriptive method analysis is used to describe and analyze the needs of stakeholders of English for tourism. Then the writer used the result to develop English for tourism teaching materials. For data validation, the authors use triangulations. The triangulations approach can be used in informing needs analysis because one source of information may be incomplete or partial. So next we have results and discussion. So the first result and discussion is this journal explained the curriculum of higher education. This analysis is used to find out the purpose of the education system and to make the decision in syllabus and material design. First, the type of curriculum used as a reference needs analysis is referring to the Indonesian National Framework Curriculum. This means that language teaching at the diploma level focuses on the achievement of learning that must be mastered by students to be able to complete in the world of work. And the second, the purpose of teaching English in higher education is focused on improving quality and competitive outcomes at local, regional, and international levels. The Indonesian National Framework Curriculum is a systematic framework. This means that all competencies should be built. It includes major competencies, as well as supporting competencies such as linguistic competence and communicating strategy. So the second one is developing English for tourism materials. Curriculum development process is central elements in language program. This research refers to planning process which focus on needs analysis selection of English for tourism material because stakeholders will see those indicators as a benchmark of their success. In the questionnaire of needs analysis, it is include the following statement. First, skill needed that consists of listening, speaking, reading, writing, and the second is topic needed, and it consists of something to see, something to do like activities that make tourists stay longer, and something to buy or shopping area, and then how to arrive, transportation, accessibility, and then the last is how to stay in hotel, and the last or the third is difficulties encouraged. So next result is stakeholders need analysis. The stakeholders needs analysis is equally important with the students needs analysis. As Pitana 29 notes, stakeholder tourism is a tourist, businessman, government, community, college, and non-government organization. So the stakeholders consist of the main stakeholders and the key stakeholders. Stakeholders needs analysis result are as follow. First, hotels needs analysis. For hotel that fill the questionnaire, choose speaking and listening as their skill needed. As we can see in table number 1, speaking is the most required skill in the hotel industry. This is in accordance with the competence of human resource or HR that they hope excellence human resource in spoken communication. So at the table number 2, show the result of stakeholders topic needed. The stakeholders choose this topic as their learn material to improve their English competence. So next of stakeholders need analysis is tour agencies needs analysis. 6 tour agencies filling the questionnaire choose speaking and listening the skill needed. As we can see in table number 3, speaking is the most required skill by tour agencies. They use their speaking competence to guide international tourists. Moreover, the table number 4 show the result of stakeholders topic needed. The stakeholders choose these topics as their learning material to improve their English competence. As we can see in table number 4, there are some topics required by tour agency. So the tourism human resources are hopefully capable of mastering English in some topics. So the last result is Youth Sports Culture and Tourism Office of Banyumas Regency needs analysis. So Mr. D. Jatmiko, or head of Culture and Tourism Office, to discuss the tourism needs analysis. He said speaking and writing are very important skill for tourism because ability to speak and write is used means of communicating, promotions, and network expansion. But the mastery of the vocabulary of the tour guides in every tourist attraction in Banyumas is still very limited. Some of the difficulties written in questionnaires and interviews are limitations of vocabulary, limitation of expanding business network through internet media and make overseas market as target, limitation of tourism industry players who use English as a promotional tool on the internet, and limitations in the library to write their travel blogs. So the last one is part of conclusion. So here we have a conclusion. First, improvement will always be made in the development of learning materials because the teachers and lecturers are required to be sensitive to the development needs of students and society. And the second is number of hotel in Banyumas is growing, and the consumption of society right now is changing from retail shopping into vacationing in tourist attraction. Those phenomena make Banyumas and university must be ready to prepare qualified human resources in tourism sector. But English diploma program of Jenderal Soedirman University has tourism concentration. It will help Banyumas to prepare human resources in these sectors. And the last one is the finding related to the skill needed, topic needed, and difficulties encouraged. There are 3 results of this study. First, the required skills are speaking 100%, listening 75%, and writing 25%, and the reading 25%. And the second, 80% of the topic over in the questionnaire are required by all stakeholders. The topics are about hotel and tourism materials. And the last one is difficulties encouraged are less practice of English for hotels and tourism inactive cooperating with the tourism industry to strengthen. Then the business network from all tourism stakeholders, less practice in reading and explaining tourism city map, and less practice in listening different accents such as English speakers from China, Japan, India that are sometimes difficult to understand by stakeholders. So that is all my presentation. If you want to ask me, you can ask me in our forum in LMS. So I'm so sorry if I have some mistaken, and I will accept your feedback well. So I think that's all for my presentation here. Thank you very much for the attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.